Hey guys, we're here with another Dauntless video. Each week, Phoenix Labs release patch notes for changes in the game. A few weeks ago, they actually started releasing them bi-weekly. And here we're going to talk about the latest update for Dauntless, patch note 0.6.8. Here in this latest patch note, they're going to be doing some reworks of the Middleman's UI. They're going to be changing the way the Behemoths fight and the way they run away. And just like every patch, they're going to be killing a whole lot of bugs. So stay here and you'll be officially up to date on the latest in Dauntless, ranging from patch notes, news and updates, community Q&A roundups, educational videos, and much more. If you're new to the channel, I'm an up-and-coming content creator and I focus on creating educational videos for Dauntless, a free-to-play action RPG, and Anthem. I also stream at twitch.tv/SailorTurnGamer, link in the description box below if you ever want to catch us live. If you enjoy the video, please give it a like and a share, and join the fleet by hitting that sub button. Now let's get into the patch notes, shall we? Okay, so just like I was speaking about in the intro, the newest things we got coming to Dauntless is Middleman UI update changes. You guys should be watching some of that footage in the background right now. The Middleman's menus have been reworked, and its services now include cell dusting, breaking cells down into aether dust. The now Vigiestal inventory, excuse my language, couldn't pronounce that properly, but basically the inventory screen is now removed from the game and it'll be added in a later patch. They did this change to reduce the overall number of menus and streamline the Dauntless UI. The Behemoth health and flee behavior. Behemoths now have been limited to 1 flea per hunt and no longer regenerate health after fleeing. To balance this change, Behemoths now have an increased health pool, and now there will be more time spent slaying and less time spent chasing the Behemoth across the map. This, I'll tell you right now, I've already hopped in and I've done a couple of hunts already. If you guys haven't got a chance to hop in immediately, this is the best change in the game that has been there for a very long time. Because if you play this game consistently, running around the map is not fun because it is not efficient to track the Behemoth unless you use the beginning lantern. Any other method other than that beginner lantern, you're just running around aimlessly until you find him. And so the fact that they made this a change to where he only runs once, I do not mind the health increase. In fact, that's obviously what we should have when that's the situation that we get. But what this results in is, in fact, correct. It's more fun because you get more time to actually fight, and there's less time spent running. There's less time spent searching. It's such a people-pleasing move, and it just feels good to play the game. We're going to hop into some more in-depth changes as we look through. They improved the GPU's performance for Slayers playing on low settings, so it's a lot easier for anybody to play this game on PC. They just made that a lot better. So if you guys are curious about what we do here at SailorTurnGamer, or curious about Play Dauntless, hop into the description box below, and you can go to playdauntless.com, download the game, and try it out. You should be able to run this on basically any PC. It's possible that you could be able to run this game on your PC due to this new change. Nezaga's towers should now only spawn in reachable locations. They fixed a bug that was causing some of Riftstalker's portals to clip. That's no longer going to happen. Access to the repeater's Twilight Barrels is no longer gated by the Prism Break quest. It will now correctly unlock when a player enters the Maelstrom, which is the way that it should be, so I'm happy to see that that fix is now in effect. Icons for the Rage perk and Shroud Weapon special effects will now appear in the buff bar when those effects are active, so you're getting a lot more UI updates when you are in the fight, so it's really good to know that your abilities are actually activating. The Rage perk, Wild Frenzy, and Shroud Weapon special effects will now activate and deactivate more promptly when those conditions are met. Awesome. Again, more on those UI changes to make it a lot easier and streamline that for players to be able to see when their abilities are in effect. The chat window message will no longer get in the way when you click the select menus at the items at the bottom of the screen. That's a lot easier. They cleaned up stray snow trail and rage VFX changes. They fixed the bug that will cause minor video changes on their end to result in massive patch sizes. So patches are not supposed to be large. They fixed that issue, so the patches are going to be a lot more reasonable than what they've been in the past. So that's a good thing. After some deliberation, Max had decided to share his pets. Slayers visiting Ramsgate can now also pet Bruno. We can now pet Bruno. So we got a grown pup. That's a cool little change. Enjoy that while it's there. Helmet transmogs that include hair will now correctly reflect the hair color of the player who has transmog equipped, not the hair color of the active player. It makes a lot more sense. Fixed an issue where the mobility and power filters at the Middleman were swapped. They also fixed a typo in the utility cells header. That's no longer an issue. And we got some more bug fixes as well. They fixed the bug that will cause text to overlap on the potion crafting screen. They fixed the bug that will cause the game to get stuck on a black screen when booting in with no audio device plugged in. They fixed the bug that will cause Carabac's Rage VFX changes to show up out of place. Quests that ask the player to reach a specific equipment power rating will sometimes incorrectly round power totals, so that's been fixed. Fixing a lot of bugs here, guys. They fixed the bug that will cause a long delay to occur after crafting the weapon. They fixed the bug that will cause Stormclaw's VFX changes to remain in place after he fled. And lastly, they reverted a change that allowed players to open the quest log with Q since it's blocked. Some players, the quest log can now be opened up with U and J only. So that is perfect. It allows players who use mouse and keyboard to effectively open up their quest log. And that, I'm sure, is going to begin to be even more of a big deal the further we get into the game's lifespan, because I am expecting more quests down the line. So that is awesome. The last things we have to take note of in this patch are 2 balance changes that were put into effect. These balance changes are affecting Hellion weapons. So now Hellion weapons deal 250 bonus damage when the effect activates, which is down from 350. And Hellion weapons are now, they deal explicit blaze elemental damage when the effect activates. So it's a little bit of a change to Hellion weapons. Hopefully, the good in this is that it's going to allow players the option to have a variety of weapons and keep that trend going. Personally, I don't use Hellion weapons, but I can understand why it was a weapon that was used a lot by a lot of players. So with that change, hopefully as you play the game, you can begin to see players choosing different weapons, and you can begin to see those play styles change up a little bit. And that's going to be something that is going to be really, really awesome whenever that happens. So if you guys have not got a chance to play Dauntless at any point, if you hop in today, this should be a good opportunity to play. The entire scale and play style of the game has changed due to that Behemoth change. It's a massive, massive change. I'm excited about that. Like I said, I've hopped in and I've played, and I am enjoying the dynamics of the hunt. It's a lot more action and a lot less running. It's great. Anyone that has made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you. Stay here for all things Dauntless, and if any of you are interested in consistent Anthem coverage, be here to stay here as well. We will do our best to cover everything about both games for years to come. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and a share, and join the fleet by hitting that sub button. Until then, this sailor be out in the open ocean. Peace.